It definitely would have. Well, we were streaming, so everything that will have that has happened previously will be a recorded video on the broadcast on the stream on
Right.
the channel. So that's not going to be a
We
problem.
haven't
It's just
lost any content. We just haven't streamed it yet.
or it hasn't been shown yet. At least not to everybody. I might just have to go turn off hosting.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to do that.
Damn it, give us priority over the channels we host. Load and Ready Run has enough free promo.
And it's us now.
Yep.
Yay. I mean, it's supposed to automatically switch to us whenever we go live.
I know. That was the joke I was making.
Okay. So welcome back, everybody. Yeah, intro shenanigans and whatnot. Cool.
What our storyteller means to say, or GM in this case means to say, is that there was some technical issues with the stream.
Some people were able to see the stream, some people weren't. It should still be on our everything that happened prior to now should still be on our past broadcasts. So,
okay. Anyway, so the rest of you, as Hedon confronts this armored figure that he found in the shadows, begin to hear this as this 7-foot-tall metal humanoid figure starts stomping down the aisle towards you at a very measured pace.
Oh, whoa. Oh, okay. What is that?
Hi guys, I found a friend.
Are okay? Are you sure?
Yes.
It's very tall.
Hello,
Just because people are tall doesn't mean they're not friends. Also, he's only like a foot taller than me. That's not that big.
Yes. That is. I am Manfred Brockhurst, caretaker of these books.
Yes, you are.
Splendid. Nice.
This one says you are looking for a book.
That we are.
Yes.
Two
A couple.
What other books do you look for?
We don't have the name for it.
A book about a gun.
Don't we have like the ticket thingy?
Yeah. I'll pull that out actually and like show it the.
Here.
This massive metal, like almost Thanos hand, just reaches out and between two fingers, just ding, grabs the card.
I'm trying to peer and see if there are
Holds
any
it up
like seams.
to the glass panel in front. Very well. I can show you this section 2.
Thank you. Sorry if this is rude. Are those your eyes? How does it work?
I dwell in this casement for my duties, and when I am done, I take it off.
Okay.
Follow me once we have cleaned up this mess. And he starts just sort of shoving the metal scraps of these dead spider constructs sort of off to one side.
Apparently they were malfunctioning, I say to the rest of the group.
They would not have stopped their duties to assault you were they fully functional.
Is that happening a lot lately?
Over time, things degrade.
Is that why the owls eat them?
One of the many reasons that could happen.
What are the other reasons?
There are many.
Self-repair, boredom, others.
Cool. I'm gonna help him clean up stuff.
Okay.
I am going to attempt to try and get a little bit of one of these things. Anything, probably trying to get a body section, because I am very, very curious about how these things work, and I want to study one.
Okay. I mean, like, how much? He's literally just piling them up in a very sort of, and the dustpan will be along later kind of way. If you start, like, grabbing pieces and, like, actually trying to hide them, he'll pick out one and just sort of hand it to you.
Thank you. Yes, I'm very curious how this all works. Is there a section that controls them?
They are set in their duties and powered by
what?
the power component is a glass encasement with a glowing interior crystal supply.
Can I see anything that looks like what they're describing?
His description sounds very much like what Cole has.
Okay. Do I see any others of those? Any like smaller ones or?
You find one that is literally like fractured in half, and the crystal is shattered and either from a bullet or somebody's eldritch blast or something. Yeah, somebody you find at least one other power cell, but it is destroyed.
Okay. Wow. All right. Are those crystals? How do those work?
That is one of the many mysteries of the Great Press. I do not know their origin.
You said you could show us a book?
Yes, this is clean enough. Follow me, strangers. And he starts stomping his way off down the aisle.
I like to imagine that Zoe's defo not interested in this whatever, and pulled out just some jerky and is just eating that, just like whatever, let's get this over with.
It's less that and is more like eyeing anything that could get us trapped or ground up.
So this is a very much less of an operation sort of segment of whatever level you're on. It's mostly bookshelves. The only like moving things in the area are the occasional spider constructs that you guys walk past on the same model as the ones that attacked you, but actively just shelving and organizing books for the most part.
Cool. I'm looking at all the stuff.
They'll walk you for a good 5 minutes or so, making a few turns either left or right at various intersections.
Those are the 2 turns you can make, yes.
And then stopping at a single large bookshelf that looks like it's actually built against an exterior wall surface, as opposed to these just various rows of freestanding ones that you've seen. And this line runs for about as far as you can see. It's a poorly lit area. And he just points. Those would be what you need from that card you showed me. And there's a series of variously sized ones, Aurelia, that you can see. About 3rd shelf up. Most of them fairly slim and with a pretty big footprint. You probably anywhere from 12 to 18 inches tall and about as long.
Okay. I will start like pulling them out and kind of looking through to see if any of them look.
So the first one you pull down is entitled A Treatise on Artifice and the Elements.
Ooh.
The second one you pull down is literally just a casing. It's very thin, just 2 sturdy covers with a little bit of gold filigree engraving on the front that just says Silicate Optical Design Apparatus.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Go ahead and give me just a straight intelligence check with proficiency on these.
All right. So it's +2.
And if you have an
24.
inspiration, you can... Oh, okay.
I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. With a 24. Looking through the first book, referencing Artifice and the Elements, it's a scholarly work talking about various aspects. And from a mechanical standpoint, as you look through this, you feel like there's enough information in here that you could start to make some elemental ammunition for your gun utilizing this. Basically, it would basically be a tinkering check for each individual round, and you'd be able to add a 1d4 amount of elemental damage to a specific round that you're crafting.
You mentioned that the area is dimly lit.
Yes, it is.
Okay. As a courtesy to the humans in the group, I'll sort of roll my hands together and cast racial ability, dancing lights.
Okay. How do you envision that a half drow?
I feel like in Zoe's case, it is just like literally rolling together some sort of bioluminescent stuff on the palms and tossing it in the air.
Yep. So there's these orbs of light that are in the air that Zoe has apparently some level of control over that cast enough light that you guys can pretty easily read, those of you that don't have dark vision.
Oh, it's very bright.
The other one that you have there, Aurelia, as you open it up, is literally a series of drawings that seem to have been printed, and like it's probably about 4 or 5 pages worth, but it's literally 2 sheets of paper that sort of unfold into a much longer display.
Yes.
And it looks like some level of viewfinder apparatus. Basically, it's design specs for a scope, which will allow you to, if you can create it and apply it to your gun, you'll be able to make long range attacks without disadvantage, more or less.
Sweet. Ooh. Okay. These are very useful. Any of the other books, because it was a range of shelves. Any others?
Right. There are a few others, but they don't seem to really be in keeping with the sort of things that you're trying to create.
Okay.
Most of them are much more basic kind of clockmaker's technique. Bits of mechanical aspects regarding the operation of mills, canal locks, that sort of thing. Some actual locks for doors and gates, and that. Most of them have sort of economic industrial applications for the most part. And there's a few on siege weaponry, but it's all very small scale. Because this isn't the type of environment where you're parked off 3/4 of a mile throwing large things at a castle wall because everything is urban. So
Okay. Yeah. Clutching them to her chest. Okay. Wow. This is great. Thank you. How much do these cost? Potentially,
the books may not leave.
Okay.
The books must remain.
Oh. All right. Is there a limit to how long we can stay in here? As she frantically calculates how long it would take to copy stuff over.
No.
Do the books need to remain with this shelf or in this section?
They do not leave their storage.
Okay, do whatever you need to do, and then we can go see the other books.
Sorry, it'll just take me a minute.
Yeah, go for it.
And
the scope drawings would probably take you about 10 minutes to transcribe.
Okay.
The other one is a book.
Yeah.
An actual fucking book. If you're trying to hand copy that with any level of accuracy, you'd be here a few days.
Yep. That's really useful though.
Fine, Aurelia went to university. She knows how to read things without reading.
She did shorthand. Lots of shorthand.
So I will.
Anybody who wants to can give me an insight check, though.
Sure.
Why not?
Why not?
11.
Present. 21.
15.
So most of you start arriving at the conclusion. Wotan gets there first. Your job is to take a book.
Oh, I'm already thinking.
Yes, I'm well aware of that.
As soon as he said they don't leave.
We also need to steal books before we find out where that book is for things we don't need to steal them for.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm already thinking of how to steal books. Just
okay.
Not those, because those I'm not interested in.
Just give me a minute to like copy.
Something we're discussing in the library, and we've done a good job of it so far.
I just copy this one over really quick, and then I'll read this fast, and then we'll come back through here and put it back.
We will wait.
Thank you. Okay. And I begin frantically copying the scope design.
Okay.
Taking a short rest while you do that, or
I am.
If you guys want to.
Can I take a short rest, or is this using up my short restness?
This is a low intensity physical in terms of physical activity, so yeah, you'd be able to.
Cool.
Ha!
I don't spend any hit dice, but
Bam.
at least get my.
Chat has the salient mechanical aspects for the scope there.
All right.
For Aurelia.
Cool.
Just looking through the books that are here while we wait. None of these are the other book. Are the other books that we're looking for?
Nope. So everybody takes a short rest. Spell slots come back. Hit dice can be spent if necessary.
I have spent my hit dice.
I'm going to assume that
it was certainly necessary.
Would spend some hit dice.
I am at full health, so I'm good.
I am now at 23 out of 27 instead of 9 out of 27.
Wow.
Even
Cora ain't feeling great.
Ooh.
Jeremy's dice curse follows him into not being here. He will be utterly unsurprised.
One of them was above average.
While we're waiting, I'm going to try to teach our new automaton friend how to play cards.
I bet he knows already.
Okay. It takes about 5 minutes, but he's willing to try and play. Go ahead and make a gaming set
or playing
check.
Card set check. With what attribute?
Are you trying to cheat?
Not particularly. I'm trying to distract.
Okay. Intelligence then.
Not charisma?
Nope. Because this is cards.
Cards are about bluffing too, Jack. 10.
If you're trying to distract, that's going to be a completely different check. This is to see whether or not you win. For the distraction, you're going to make a deception check.
11.
11. Awesome. Well, let's see how...
I'm not trying to distract him from anything at the moment. I'm just trying to set up a pattern, basically, where it's like, oh, okay. We're sitting down, we're going to be playing cards.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So he doesn't sit down, which you're not entirely sure if the armor will allow him to. But he does play cards with you. You win 2 or 3 hands. He wins 5 or 6.
You've picked this up really fast. You're really good at this.
I have a very learned mind.
I can tell.
And in terms of, he doesn't seem to be picking up on any particular agenda that you have for playing cards. He seems to just be playing cards.
Yep.
So you guys complete your short rest. Aurelia, you've copied down the plans for the scope. And once it looks like you're coming to a close, it is time to find your second book.
Yes.
All follow me. And he walks about 100 feet down this aisle and then points to a fairly high shelf where you guys can see a green leather-bound tome. Breezes on the river. It's about 12 feet off the ground.
I would climb and get it, but I'm very noodly arms. Can someone else climb and get it?
So Jack, what is the, I guess, situation?
You've got a bookshelf that's about 12 feet off the ground. He's indicated that one of the books on that one is the one you're looking for, and he's just standing there watching.
Okay.
I don't suppose you have a ladder somewhere.
No.
Spiders don't need ladders.
That's fair.
This is true.
Actually, God damn it, I didn't take that spell. Maja had that spell. Sorry, I thought I had Unseen Servant. False alarm.
That's okay.
I do. I also have Mage Hand, but I'm pointedly not casting spells at the moment, which everybody, maybe except for Zoe, who hasn't known me as long, would notice.
Just climb up. You just stand on the...
Yeah, I can climb up, probably.
Whoever's climbing can make an athletics check. If anybody's helping, there's advantage.
Someone else can climb, maybe.
This is why I asked if someone else could climb, because
I'm
nobody
real busy.
All right.
I'll help.
All right. So, Wotan, you can make your athletics with advantage as Cole sort of gives you a boost.
23.
So, yeah, just Cole gives you a little bit of a brace, and you sort of just grab onto these shelves and just start hauling your ass up the front of the bookshelf. Then you get to the top, and you're like, all right, I've got 2 toes of a boot on one shelf, 1 hand on the other, and I've got a book.
All right. Look down below me. What do you catch? I say as I hold the book out and drop it.
So the book comes tumbling down. Somebody catches it.
And then I climb down with both of my hands available.
All right. While you guys read that, I'm going to start playing cards with our automaton friend. And, situating myself so that I am on the other side of him from everyone else and the book.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to play some cards. And this time I am trying to distract him.
Give me another deception check.
All right.
I would like to question.
Yes.
So, Loki's gift works on works on lies. But
Right.
mechanically it works on deception checks.
Right.
Could I use Loki's gift?
Yes.
On this? Okay.
Yes. Like you said, mechanically it works on deception checks. This is a deception check. Go for it.
So basically, I am trying to, with the aid of my comrades, deceive this person into thinking we read the book and put it back, when in actuality, someone put it in a bag.
Okay.
Fair. Anyone got loot magic we can use to make that duplicate?
Anyone has silent image, perhaps?
I have phantasmal force, which does create a thing,
but
an illusion.
Not the same situation.
Not quite the same.
That would create a book attacking someone, not...
No, actually, you craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of a creature that you can see within range. It does not say anything about it having to be a creature.
I was gonna say, let me look at the text on Phantasmal Force.
Does Phantasmal Force, however, have that wonderful line of text that says has no effect on constructs or undead?
It does have that, but that's most psychic spells, which I'm assuming something like illusion would have as well.
No, because silent image just makes an image. It doesn't have to sit in someone's head.
Yeah. No, it would not work.
Yeah.
I got a 22 on my deception roll for what it's worth.
Okay.
I was actually going to just go over to another row and find a book about the same size, the one that just came down.
There you go.
And when we get ready to put that back, I was just going to hand that up to whoever goes up there and palm the other book.
Okay.
Fair.
So, you do an investigative little jaunt. Go ahead and roll me a perception check there, Cole.
9.
So you can find a number of books. Some of them might be about the same size. None of them are remotely the same color.
If we put it in there fast enough, you won't notice.
That is definitely an assumption he can make.
Yep.
So you've got another book.
Yep.
I'm busy reading frantically and taking notes.
Well, we don't have to read this one. We have to deliver this one.
I'm reading my other book. I have to give it back, so I'm trying to read it as fast as possible.
Okay. So you guys have some semblance of a plan in place.
Yeah, so
how's this gonna pan out?
Who has the other book? And how are we gonna do this?
Let's say you have both of them.
Okay.
I was gonna say, right now you have both of them.
I'm distracting the dude, so...
Then when I went off and looked for the other one, I just kind of palmed the other one and kind of like did the switch places in my hands with them. So that one is now on front and the other one is now in my side bag.
Okay.
Well, I'm assuming I'm going to have to be the one to climb back up there again. As I am as I'm holding this book that I have to then take back up, could I take a moment and use the at the GM's discretion, this spell can provide equivalent of an augury effect of Wotan's Reed to see whether or not this is about to lead down a dangerous path.
Sure. Would you notice that I
relevant
a green book?
I mean, yeah, considering.
Relevant. I am planning on casting prestidigitation on that book to change it the right color. If I've noticed that they've got the wrong color book to do the switch.
Oh shit! I have that spell too. I didn't realize that.
So it's just letting this happen.
It colors.
It doesn't have a
for up
better
to an hour.
idea.
I mean,
well, Wotan's Reed, the common sense merit of D&D 5e.
Yep. Wheel and woe is what you get.
Of course it is.
This is the most common.
Heavy on the woe.
I thought so.
Just do prestidigitation to change the color. No one will never notice.
They won't notice for at least an hour, maybe.
Exactly. That's all we need.
Yep.
As Wotan kind of like looks at it for a second, presses a finger to the side of his temple. Sort of look up the bookshelf, look back at the book, look over at the construct.
Who stands up, turns around. Have you finished then, strangers?
I think we need to put back the book she's reading. Jerks finger at Aurelia, but
Yep. I'm mostly done.
I'm
We can go
assuming
in
you
it.
can show us back to where that goes.
Yes, please.
I will.
Thank you.
Return your two.
I just caught the two of them. Yeah, I thought so.
Obviously.
Of
But-
course.
Do I know whether or not books have left the press before?
Give me a history check.
Jack, just as a clarification, was he referring
Yeah.
to when he said return your two?
He
referring
was
to-
pointing one finger at Cole and one finger at Wotan.
Okay.
17.
17. Yes, they have. I mean, books are printed and sold. Absolutely, from this place. You don't know if that's maybe a different department or what.
So I will I look over at him. What's the criterion in which a book is allowed to be taken from the press?
If it is published for sale, then it is sold to those who need it.
Is it possible to commission a copy of one?
Publication orders are on level 3. There is a short waiting list.
How short?
That would be a question for level 3.
Can we take these books to level 3 so we can place publication orders on them?
No. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
No.
Wow, asking a
That
question.
was quick.
Wow. Sue just rolls her eyes. Well, how did you think that was going to go?
I thought he would answer a question because it's a simple question.
At least my idea didn't do it.
By the way, Jack, it
this guy
doesn't
has
matter,
a
and I
timer.
just made a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Aaron, what was that?
It is important to know my hit points are apparently not linked to my sheet and I didn't know that because I didn't have token access at the time.
Okay, what's your total right now? I'll change it for you.
Currently it's 16, which I can change. It's just that those two things are not currently updating each other, and the tokens are not always visible.
No worries then. I'll see what I can do to fix that.
Like that's.
Changed.
Oh, we're rolling great. This is good.
Oh yeah, no, I rolled a natural 1.
Also, that didn't seem like that seemed more like a malfunction response than a typical. This guy is just responding as normal.
He might be.
It seems like there's a lot of stuff going haywire in this press.
It's probably all the magic.
Yep.
Or the technology.
I can't
Well,
see what kind of battery this
glad-
guy has.
I'm glad I spent one of my spell slots to distract him.
Hey, it might have worked.
All
No,
right.
it might
It
have.
probably would have worked better if we had a duplicate book that wasn't like on a different shelf. Because even if we had done it successfully, he would just be like, "Oh, you need to put back the second one too."
So,
But on the bright side, Aurelia, you might get to keep the fire book.
Yep.
all right. Let's start with Wotan then.
Okay. Well, he looks like he's going to attack at this point.
So he's still got those two fingers pointed out, and you see these little cylinders rise from the wrists and start glowing. He looks like something happened that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can we not resort to violence in response to a query? He says as he puts his finger to his lips again and just issues that same whistle that he uses for activating the shatter spell.
Okay.
Which on a construct, I believe, makes the save a disadvantage.
Yes.
Hey, that's actually a decent roll of damage.
Fuck yeah.
Well, that's a natural one.
Ooh.
All right. So
19 thunder damage.
19 thunder damage as this rocket of sound erupts from Wotan's lips and just slams into whoever's wearing this big ass suit of armor.
I feel like it's also doubled.
All right, so there's some damage. Aurelia.
I'm gonna. Okay. Drop the book. Wince. And I still have my gun out, so I'm gonna fire that.
Okay.
18.
18 is a hit.
12 piercing.
12 piercing damage. Damn, you guys are rolling out heavy and hard. Okay.
That is the first decent damage roll I have ever had for the shatter spell.
All right.
Okay, when it gets to me, I'll just miss with Witch Bolt and we'll be back to normal.
You have to have that balance.
All right.
Important.
So 2 attacks, bam, bam, into him. He staggers back just a little bit. Diamond, your turn.
I guess I'll just summon Thaw and did I put him away? I had him earlier. I wouldn't have gotten rid of him.
I don't think you had gotten
Yeah.
him away.
Nah. All right. So he's still out, so I don't have to try to resummon him.
Yep.
And I'm going to hit him while also casting Booming Blade. Well, cool. Thanks for not putting the text there. Booming Blade. I have Booming Blade on the hit.
Okay.
But I don't think a 10 hits.
So you swing with Thaw, and the arm just comes out in a cross block and just stops the blade dead. Looks like it may have put a teensiest little bit of a dent scratch in whatever heavy metal is attached to the outside of this armor.
Rude.
But it doesn't look like it did any damage. New. And Zoe.
All right. It's my turn.
Yep.
I also have a sword.
Mm-hmm.
Hit him with 2 swords. We should be okay.
You know what? Let's do a branding smite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is my bonus action.
Um,
Oh, that didn't put it in chat. It just rolled damage. So I will put the text of the thing in chat and then roll my actual attack, see if it hits, and then that would
Okay.
be damage.
Okay. Cool. Go ahead and roll your attack for your
20.
weapon. 20 is a hit. So damage +3. All right.
8 slashing, 3 radiant if it matters. But yes,
Okay.
damage.
Good. So, with a firm strike, there's this eruption of bright light and slowly dims as Manfred is standing there now, shedding an amount of illumination around the previously dimly lit area. He's definitely visible and doesn't look like he's going to be invisible for at least a little while. At which point he will make his attacks. So he will do a slam attack, one against Zoe and one against Diamond, since you guys are closest.
Yeah.
Zoe, does a 14 hit you?
I think so. Sorry, there's stuff going on. Yes, 14.
All right. You take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Diamond, does a 12 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. You take 7 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
And then the fist, that little cylinder starts to glow, Zoe, as it's pointed at you.
Bad.
It's not super great. Let me see.
Rolls a new character.
Well, make
us-
whole new
Join us
character.
next week for Aaron's third character in Conflux.
I do not care. Like,
Does a
I-
12 hit you, Zoe?
A 12 misses. My
Okay.
AC.
So this scarlet beam of light just jets out of it right past your head and scorches a hole and a little bit of a burn groove into the metal floor. And that makes it Hedon's turn.
Time to fail to hit with Witch Bolt.
Go for it.
Don't have advantage. It's normal. 12.
12 is a miss.
Called it, and no more spell slots. That's my turn.
Okay. Cole.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna back up, take cover behind a row of books, and Eldritch Blast
Okay.
with the natural 1.
Yep.
This is fucking
So
great. That's 2 in a row.
you're trying to thread it between Zoe and Diamond and try to just hit this guy square in the chest, and just goes wide. Cora is going to try and do a frostbite. Which will be 6 if he doesn't make his save. But he does. Yep. So yeah. Ripple of frost burns across his chest plate, but doesn't seem to do anything particular. Wotan, it's back to you.
Well, now that I'm out of spell slots, there is nothing for it but Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
21
21's a hit.
for... I have Agonizing Blast. Why did it not? Well, add an extra...
It's your charisma mod, right?
Yeah, add an extra 4, so 6,
Okay.
6 damage.
Okay. At which point he goes, ow! Aurelia, it's your turn.
Well, at least we finally heard him. Toll the Dead.
Okay. He's definitely injured. Whiz save?
Yep.
That is a 19.
Oh, okay. No damage.
So the bell rings and you see him kind of slam a hand into the side of his helmet.
All right, that's my turn.
Put
Back
the
up.
books back. Diamond.
I look over at Zoe and I'm like, I think he could be a little brighter, and I cast Fairy Fire on him.
Okay.
He has to make a Dexterity saving throw.
That will be very helpful.
That's going to hit pretty much everybody. So
Yeah.
everybody make dex saves.
Well,
It's all right. He's
and
he's
if
only
it doesn't work, I'll do it next turn because I also have that spell.
19.
18.
All right.
Everybody but Cole.
The fuck is this?
you're
So
shrouded in pink now.
You cast Fairy Fire,
Yeah.
and all these sparkly pink dots just latch out of the air and try to adhere to everybody. The only person they stick to is Cole.
No. Sorry.
The dreaded glitter.
You look very nice.
We're actually injuring him, or does it seem more like he's getting angry but not taking much damage?
He's taking damage. You're definitely getting in past this guy's armor. As you're hitting, you can feel it biting into some of the joints, because it's most of this armor, while it is sort of seems to be powered by some constructed apparatus on the back, there's leather joints to it and things like that to allow for articulated movement. And you seem to be breaking through some of those, making some right. Impact, definitely. Zoe's turn, though.
Let's try that again.
All right, everybody make dex saves again.
Oh goodness,
that one was a 10.
Oh boy.
13.
12.
We're all just
19.
lit up.
Sorry.
So, what's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC. So technically it's not my warlock thing, but it's the same DC.
Right. What?
I said it's technically not a warlock thing, but same DC, so 14.
14. Okay.
Damn it.
So Cole is double tagged.
So what color did you send out, Zoe?
Yes.
Light blue, probably.
So Cole is going both pink and light blue.
Right.
Purple.
You're
purple now.
I was gonna say Cole is lit up like the transplant.
Yes.
Yes. Right.
That's fine. I have something to prevent getting hit anyway.
Cole is now playing for the spark. It's amazing. And this one has latched on to the caretaker's armor as well.
Good.
Cool.
Yay.
Advantage on attacks.
Just over because I'm an impulsive, egotistical asshole.
Diamond just is like thumbs up, like, yeah, super good.
Yep. That was fun. I don't regret it.
Yes, but if it tries to hit any of us that are glittered, they have advantage.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
And
Diamond is glittered.
And for some of these things are bonus actions. Bonus action to activate another smite. I'm going to go with a Wrathful Smite.
Okay.
Which is just now on my weapon.
Right. Ready for the next impact.
Wait. Correction, I don't do that because they're both concentration.
That is
Never
true.
mind. Sorry.
Yep. No, it's all good.
Forget Fairy Fire is concentration.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. So, Diamond doesn't need to continue concentrating on hers if she doesn't want to, but that'll be when it comes back around to your turn. So
cancel concentration at any time.
Well, yeah, you could drop that as a free action, I think, if you want.
Yep.
So currently,
so
it's
Cole
just
is only glowing blue now.
Right. Cole is only glowing blue now.
On my turn.
No, but I mean, you could drop it now if you wanted, but
I can. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
Cole.
breaking concentrations are free. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's already tagged once. It doesn't make it worse.
Yeah.
It's also true.
But Diamond might want her concentration back.
I do want that back.
So he is going to make 2 slam attacks again. And let's see who is at advantage right now. Well, Diamond's at advantage. So Diamond's going for her. 23 hits you for 7 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Man, you might lose concentration anyway.
And Zoe, you're still closest. So does 20 hits you for 5?
Okay.
DC 10
and
yeah, I know.
You'll need to make your concentration check there.
18.
You're just fine. Easy success that way. And he doesn't fire one of his wrist beams this time. Instead, you see him slam the fists together after he swipes at both of you. And there's a ripple in the air as this little force field just pops out around his armor.
That seems bad.
So that
looks like a shield.
Okay. And we are back to Hedon, who now has advantage on his attacks against this guy.
Yay. Fire doesn't work on these constructs. Or at least it has not historically.
Those were different types of constructs. You don't know what works on this, and I mean, carried himself.
I also don't have any spell
I know you guys are meta analyzing him as a construct. He's carrying himself off as a man named Manfred Brockhurst, who is wearing a piece of armor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I noticed.
He's a guy, as far as you guys know.
I also don't have any spell slots left, so it doesn't matter. Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Yes, we were probably wrong about it being a construct. It probably is just a guy in a suit of armor, but it's big. It's big and robotic enough.
Hey, look!
Nice.
I critical hit.
You did crit.
That's a lot of damage.
All right.
So
Nicely done. 14
points of force damage. Not the best because that first die is a 1.
But it's still more than 10. Okay. No bonus for you, Hedon?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
All right. I've been lit up a couple times, and now I've blinked and I've changed colors. Hiding doesn't seem to be helping, so
not gonna be able to hide with that stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast at him again.
Okay.
At advantage.
Yep.
16.
16. It slams into the armor, but seems to dissipate on one of the heavy metal pieces and doesn't actually do any damage.
God damn it. And then bonus action. I don't. Yeah, no, I don't have anything else.
Okay. Cora, who got their spell slot back, is going to take a page out of Wotan's book. And see if that can help for potentially 17 damage. That's a 3.
Hey.
So, yeah.
That's shattered.
Yep. Cora also casts Shatter and just rocks this guy back on his heels. Which puts total damage at... Okay. All right. And... you can see sparks and smoke sort of coming out of joints, and especially that big, heavy powered backpack that he's wearing. Wotan, we're back to you.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay.
17.
Just hits. You're at advantage, though, so go ahead and...
I'll see.
Just to see if you crit. Otherwise, we'll stick with the 12.
It's a 19.
19, all right.
12 damage.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
I like the idea that as he's developing an ability, he's also developing a little bit in control, and so as he holds the compass up and kind of sees the sparking on the back of it, he kind of tilts the compass to the side and fires the blast, and it sort of arcs around the back of this other thing and slams into the power pack.
Curve the bullet. And this Eldritch Blast just slams into it, and you can see, and there's a cascade of electrical energy that just shivers around the outside of whatever it is that's powering, and it just goes inert. Doesn't fall over, just stops where it's at. And you guys can sort of smell the ozone and a little bit of some level of chemical odor coming out. But it doesn't seem to be responsive anymore.
We should leave.
Are you still in there, Manfred?
You go over, and you can see the fastenings to where this thing opens. Everything is quiet.
Pop some latches.
You gonna open it up?
Open them up. Pop open.
It's whatever's inside is trapped.
Pop. Latches come open. Chink, chink, chink. Takes you a couple seconds. And you guys are listening. Doesn't seem to be anything coming. You don't hear like a noise of enraged constructs or whatever. You swing the door open, and there's a and a desiccated corpse just slams into the ground, scattering bones, humanoid bones, across the floor.
Cool, that's literally the least surprising thing we could have found in there. Let's go.
Whoa.
Yeah, that makes an amount of sense as to why he was a little erratic.
Is the crystal still there?
What
I
crystal?
edged closer. The other ones we had, we found that crystal like tube thing.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have something like that? Can I tell how he was moving around in there?
Give me a intelligence check with proficiency, since this is kind of a tinkering thing.
Okay. So that'd be 19.
You can see on the powered ensemble that's attached to the back of this armor a slot where you assume it looks like there's a cap to it, and it looks like a place where one could open something and possibly exchange a power crystal.
I've got an idea that'll get us out of here.
What? I step forward and I open it.
I start clearing out the remains of whatever was inside the suit.
Oh my god, you're not.
I mean, if you haven't had this idea, I think I know where Heaton's going with this.
Yeah, I
Really,
think I know where this is going. I'm more surprised that it's happening.
You twist and extract, and there's a still powered crystal in there.
Oh, okay. We have
are none of you concerned about being stuck in that suit or having the suit go on autopilot?
I am only concerned about having
I'm totally willing to let him try it.
I'm concerned about having a wild time, and I climb into the suit. Plug this bitch in.
We're gonna end up like that Hammer Industries test pilot.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I am gonna close it back up, but not put the power crystal in.
All right. So you close it, shut it. So as Heaton climbs in and the suit closes, the latches automatically. Nothing seems to have changed.
Can I see anything?
You're in the dark.
I have dark vision. Can I see anything?
You can see out the glass panel that's in front of your eyes right now.
Cole is tapping it.
Cool. All right, nothing's happening. Plug it in.
You guys are looking at a thing of armor.
Have you tried to move yet?
I try to move. Can I move an arm?
You can't hear them. They can't hear you.
Oh.
Figured.
It's quiet.
Have you tried to move yet? He's just staring.
Okay. Then you hear Aurelia's voice in your brain, which you cannot respond to.
I think. Can I respond to this?
No.
Nothing comes back.
I feel like that's some very thick armor. It might not be the easiest thing to hear through.
He might be dying in there.
Yeah.
I try and open one of the latches.
It opens.
Okay. I open all of them.
When I'm finally able to stick my head back out, would you please plug it in? I can't see or hear anything when it's powered down.
Uh-huh.
You can see, you can't hear.
I can see, but I can't hear.
Okay. And what happens if you get in trouble in there?
Then you guys can pull me out.
We can't tell if you're in trouble in there.
You'll be able to tell if I start attacking you randomly.
No. This is a stupid idea. We're going to walk out of here now.
If we can walk out with someone that appears to be part of the of the press escorting us out with the book, there's less likelihood that we'll be accosted on the way out, and you
Except
can keep
I have
your special books.
Except I feel like it will draw more attention that this thing is leaving its assigned section of the library where it apparently never leaves.
That part.
Because there was a desiccated gnome corpse inside.
Also, it's cool. Plug it in. I accept full responsibility for if this kills me. I doubt it'll kill me.
Give the entitled noble what he wants. I really want to see what it does.
I feel like that's always Hedon's last words before he gets into something.
He's accepted responsibility.
Also, you are the last person to throw around the word entitled.
You don't hear that
At
part.
least I work.
I haven't. It hasn't been closed yet. Nobody's closed it back up.
Yep.
Hedon. Do you want it to end like this at this point right here inside of a suit that a desiccated guy fell out of?
Look, if this kills me, which I don't think it will, then yes, I am perfectly happy dying like this. If it doesn't kill me, which I don't think it's going to kill me, we have a really cool thing, and I get to ride around in it.
Aurelia, don't you want to know how it works? What it's like for someone to be inside of it?
Fine.
You haven't been here long. You know.
Before I the crystal, I do the turn part inside Hedon's mind. What are you living for then? And I shove it in.
Adventure!
Do you say that
part?
Yes,
actually you do, because you shove it in and you just hear Hedon's slightly modulated voice go, "Adventure!" And you have control of the energized etheric armor, which should be showing up in your items folder.
They have a HUD with a map?
No, it does not.
Well, while wearing this armor, your AC is 17. You have advantage on death saving throws. Death saving throws must be whispered to the GM while wearing this armor. This armor can hold one energy cell at a time. While wearing this armor, you can use bonus action to activate one of the following features: emit a force field to gain 2d6 temporary hit points, 1 charge. Activate boosters to gain a flying speed of 15 feet for 1 minute, 1 charge. Fire arm-mounted beam, ranged weapon attack. Plus, it's the powered armor. It's the what's this power armor?
Slightly nerfed power armor from Qualish. Yeah.
You're Iron Man without having to have gone through.
Translate any writing you can see in any non-magical language to a total of 1,000 words over 1 minute, 1 charge. How many charges does it have currently?
You don't. There will be a thing that basically says 13 charges currently.
Okay. Yeah, no, this is great. I love it. Let's go.
This is the opposite of inconspicuous. Okay.
Don't care.
And
Hedon got even more obnoxious.
Hedon is hauling ass out of level 5.
Hide the book that we're taking, so at least
I did, and he still knew that I had it.
All right.
Is there like a data reading that says books missing from library or anything in this?
Nope. Not that you're aware of. Not that you can see.
Follow along behind the robot.
I will trail a good ways back.
Follow the robot.
Okay.
I pick up the book on the way out.
Hedon, make me a survival check.
All right. 7.
You do not remember where the exit is.
While still walking without breaking stride. I don't know where the fuck I'm going, guys.
Oh my god. I try and figure out where we were. Like, if there's labels, I'm looking at the labels.
These shelves do not appear to be labeled in any sense.
Do I remember what turns we made to get out? I want to retrace our steps.
Make a survival check.
Okay. I would like to use my inspiration for this.
Sure.
Just this specifically.
Sure.
That's worse.
That's not how it works. You roll a d8 and you add it to whatever your check
that's
was.
right. I can't remember how to play D&D. All right.
D&D's hard.
So 28 or 18. Bleh.
18. So 28. No, that's not.
And both D20.
Still good. All right.
I add all these dice.
I roll with advantage and add them together. So you start trying to remember, because you did this at a run while chasing a snake.
Mhm.
But you think you've got a pretty decent idea of how to go. And you take point and start leading them out. You make a series of turns and eventually get back to at least out of the stacks. There's all of the little spiders now that are reassembling books and things that are getting moved from one place to another, and it's this frenzy of publishing activity, more or less, that's going on.
All right, so really quick before we leave entirely, Aurelia, do you think you can make more of these energy cells?
Possibly. Maybe if I figure out how they work, but we only have the one now because you have adopted the suit apparently. If I can cannibalize that would be really helpful to have an extra one.
Why don't we, as I'm pointing at some spiders, why don't we gather some more?
Because there is a shit ton of them here, unlike the area where there was a handful that we saw.
I'm sure we can find a few isolated off
Should
to
I
the
look
side.
around, see if there are any energy cores that don't seem currently attached or in use?
Give me an investigation check, Zoe.
Cool. Natural 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
So in the area you're at are the small spiders, the ones that are actually probably smaller than the energy crystals themselves, that are doing the assembling and disassembling and sewing and binding and all that sort of thing. The ones where you found the energy, the power cell, were the roughly the size of a mastiff ones back in the stacks, where you killed 4 and you found 1 intact power cell. So as far as getting more power cells, based on what you can see, they're definitely not in these little spiders. You'd probably have to go find bigger spiders for that.
All right.
Yay!
You're feeling like that's probably not a right now sort of thing. Especially based on we killed a bunch of spiders, but they were malfunctioning ones. I don't know what would happen if you killed a perfectly functional spider construct, and what sort of swarm of problems that might drop on your head.
A swarm. An actual swarm.
Zoe, will just keep in mind that these ones are probably not housing the energy cores we would need, and that we don't really need to fight the entire library just this moment.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, this has plenty of juice, so I guess we'll see if we can recreate it later.
Yeah. No. We also, before we leave, I wanted to get back down to the level we were at because I had put in an order for something.
Yes.
I was waiting to see.
Let's head back and pick up your book.
Thank you.
Let's maybe not have you go in your armor, but yeah, let's get out of this level, go down and grab.
I'm gonna hold out my hand and see if I can cast Produce Flame in my palm still.
You can.
Sweet. All right. This is nothing but upside.
And
Add that with your actual magic.
What? Yes, that's my magic.
Oh, I assumed it was.
Nope, that's all me.
Hey, how are we gonna get this back to the house?
I can fly.
Very slowly.
This
Very slowly.
just no.
That sounds like a recipe for being shot down by guards.
Yep.
Also, I can just walk.
That's better. Can you disguise yourself?
No.
Do you think you can disguise that?
I don't have the ability to disguise the thing that I'm wearing. No.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing we're going to be able to hide.
We're just gonna. It's all right. We're just gonna walk through. I'm just gonna be baller in my new outfit, and we'll be fine.
Is it possible to buy or purchase the services of a version of the carriage that has like extensive storage or like heavy item storage?
Like a freight cart? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like for the things that go around the city.
Yeah, totally.
Well, we probably can't take the boat back, but what if we use the services and just put Beth or even you in cargo?
Why couldn't we take the boat back?
You're heavy.
It's very heavy. I'm not letting my.
I am not currently as I am as heavy as Major was.
True.
You're
More
pretty heavy.
concentrated.
Okay, whatever. Either way.
I sort of look up and down at the suit. Can I make a guess as to how much that suit actually weighs?
Probably about as much as Major did.
You are definitely heavier than Major was.
Not by much.
By a notable enough amount that I don't want it concentrated on my boat.
We'll try and see.
So either we rent a carriage.
If the boat capsizes, I'm letting you sink.
Or we rent a carriage for everyone else and just have Woden. But it sounds like their actual sailor has vetoed that. I don't need another party dying of stupidity.
It's okay. I can breathe underwater in this.
Until it runs out of power.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but long enough to get out of the river.
Walking at this point. Where we're supposed to go, hopefully.
Yeah, second level. Back to the second level.
So, Aurelia, you feel like you've got a decent idea on how to backtrack your steps. However, you also remember that if you backtrack all the way, you will get to that blank wall that used to be a door. And you have no idea what to do about that.
Oh.
Should we ask for help?
Last time we asked for help, the person that was previously inhabiting this armor attacked us.
Eventually.
Well,
those remains were long dead.
That doesn't change my statement.
Right.
well, I mean, the owls were very helpful.
One of them also ate a snake. They might try and eat this because it's malfunctioning. Who knows? Let's just try and find a door. I think. So I guess my plan would still be to try and find that like outer wall, I guess, and then kind of go along it to find a door or an opening of some sort.
Okay. So you guys are going basically completely off the rails to just try and find another door. Just going straight into the maze of all of this.
Yeah.
All right.
When you say it like that, it makes it sound bad.
It's bad. Who's taking point on this?
While we're walking, I am sort of just familiarizing myself with the suit. Okay. And seeing if there's any like information that can be pulled out of it, like how was it operating when the person inside it was a desiccated corpse? How does it have any information about how to get the fuck out of here? That sort of stuff.
No and no.
Okay, good.
But you poke around, you're able to mostly sort of figure out functionality aspects to it. Yeah. Basically, this is the long version of trial and error that you usually try and shortcut with the identify spell. But you're making progress.
Are
there any owls around?
You do see a number of the owls, usually just kind of soaring overhead in that sort of 100 or so foot ceiling that's in this area.
Just in case.
I mean, yeah, we could ask an owl.
From that distance, they almost look like, normal owl size, as opposed to, 2 stories tall.
Terrifying. I'm leading point, I guess.
Okay, give me a survival check with disadvantage.
Sweet.
Can I help?
You can help.
I will.
You'll be able to add 1 to your survival check with disadvantage.
Sweet. That's a 7.
All right. So after about 30 minutes of walking and trying to avoid some of the more hazardous looking elements to this nightmarish construct conflagration of publishing equipment that seems somehow to be running by itself with a little help from my tiny friends, you guys are lost.
Yep.
Lovely.
Is there any of those tiny spiders around?
There's a number of those, yep.
Cool. Diamond wants to grab one.
Okay.
Break it.
Okay.
Put it up in the air.
Okay. Give me you're grabbing it with your hand.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be a grapple check, basically. Give me an athletics check.
13.
13, contested by his. All right, so you've got a spider in your hand.
I hate it.
At which point it's going to react.
Yeah.
What's your AC?
11.
So this needle just jabs out and right into your wrist. You take 11 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution save.
Oh no.
18.
Okay, you are not paralyzed.
Nope.
But you can feel there's some level of chemical injection that happened there as well.
Yeah. And I smash him against the floor. Like, just break him.
Okay, give me a melee attack then of some level.
This is not the best idea for trying to get their attention.
Well, if it works, it works.
Walton, if you would like to think of something, I'm glad to hear it. Says Diamond as she's turning around with 7 hit points. I guess I'll fucking do it. It's but it's 21.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
I could wave my arms and jump around and call to them.
And it'll be
fly up there.
I just feel like
I can fly.
I could do that too.
Five damage.
5 damage. You smash it into the ground. It's
Perfect.
still squirming.
And then I throw it up in the air, and I'm like, hey, excuse me, throwing the spider up into the air to get the owl's attention.
Like literally throwing it as high as you can?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Give me an athletics check then.
Cool, yeah.
I'll give you advantage on it since it's just smaller.
I'll just roll that again then.
Okay.
Natural 20.
All right.
One of the owls.
Basically,
The owl comes falling
an
down.
owl that is sort of on a flight pattern that's a little lower. Just gets cold cocked upside the head with one of these spiders from the ground.
Ting.
And with a natural 25, it snaps it out of midair and just swallows it and comes around, lands right in front of you guys. What is happening?
We're lost.
Are you? Those big eyes just turn to look at the armor that the caretaker uses.
Yes. Yes.
You are lost. 635.
Yep.
Oh, it knows you. Perfect.
Are you trying to leave?
Yes.
Have you completed your bit? Excellent. Conclusion. Yes. I will show you the exit. Follow me.
Thank you
Warlocks.
very much.
to level 2.
And it starts just walking down.
Is this
We can come back in from outside and go back to level 2 if we need to.
It's easier to go to a floor from the outside than it is from the inside.
And Aurelia, remind me what you ordered.
I had ordered anything.
Book on octopus transformation. It was apparently a children's story.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, the children's story.
Yep. Yeah, you'd ordered a copy of The Once and Future King. That's
Yep,
right. Okay. Yeah. So it following the owl, after about 10 minutes, it sort of extends a wing and you see a door in the wall.
I walk out.
Believe.
All right. So yeah, you push through the door and you are somewhat high up on one of those exterior sort of fire escape looking stairways.
Okay, that geometry.
So we need to go further back down because level 2 was the first level.
So as you look at the The exterior. This door that you're coming out is not labeled.
Okay.
You go down. It's level 7.
Okay.
You go down one more flight. Level 1.
Okay.
Oh, there's a level 1.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It had been referenced to you previously.
Level 1 was staff.
Maintenance and housekeeping.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You go down another level 7. You go down the last one, level 3. And then it's ground. And then you get pavement or footpath.
Look back up. Do we see level 2?
Not on this staircase.
There are other staircases though.
Oh yeah, there's many.
Okay.
There are many.
Start going around clockwise, probably.
Give me a perception check if you're
All
looking
right.
specifically for level 2.
Yep. 12.
Natural 1. I'm having too much fun.
Neither of you have can see a level 2 anywhere nearby.
Natural 1.
Oh,
Yep, you either, Zoe.
3.
Not you either,
Good at
Diamond.
games.
6. Nope.
Wotan, you're
I don't think
looking.
we'll
Nope,
take it.
nothing. No level 2.
12.
Nope, no level 2.
Nope. There's
let's-
level 2 does not exist.
Time to go, guys.
Let's head back towards where the boat was, and we'll probably pass
on
it.
this is 13.
We will. We will. If we.
If we climb one of the stairs, maybe
What
we'll be
about
further up.
Corshana?
No, Aurelia.
That's true. Korishana hasn't tried yet.
Aurelia,
Hang on a second.
if we head back towards the boat, we will see it on the way, because we came from the boat to find it in the first place.
Look over at Cora.
Oh God!
Korishana's like, I don't.
We're so good at games, guys. Crushing it at D&D.
What if it changes and we can't find the
Bad
answer?
dice are part of
Back
D&D.
out.
It's
It's okay.
great.
It's okay. We will look for it as we go, and I'm sure we'll find it.
Yes, but
You
if we
do
don't-
see a sign a little ways down that says docks this way.
Walk that way, and we will have to pass it.
You're adorable.
We got
with
really
your
turned
assumptions.
around in there. We could go back up one of the stairs and look for it.
We're not doing this from the inside. Let's just get to the
Not
the
from the
boat and
inside,
find
but
our way
like
back.
maybe it's way up there. Maybe.
Stop
door-
worrying about it and just start moving,
It's
and we'll
not going to
figure
be
it out.
higher up because the door sank into the ground. If anything, it's now underground and invisible to us. It would have
I'm
gone
just trying to
down, not up.
calculate the cost of like a carriage that could take a suit of magic armor. I guess if it's as heavy as Mage, probably a normal carriage would work, but
Okay. So you guys proceed back. Eventually, after about 5 minutes of walking towards the docks, you do look off to one side and see something that says level 2.
Oh, okay. That way.
See? Told you. You just have to have a positive attitude while wearing a giant suit of armor.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot easier in a giant suit of armor.
It is so much easier in a giant suit of armor than it is without. Let me tell you.
A noodle became al dente.
All right. So yes, you find a ground level entrance that says 2.
Go in.
All right.
I do not, because I still have the book and I don't want to
Please.
return what we just stole.
Yes. Please don't bring any of the things. Here, someone take this. I will hand off my book, which I did
I
not
will take it.
return.
I will stand outside the door.
Thank you.
All right. So Aurelia's going inside. Is anybody else going inside?
I'll follow Aurelia.
Hey, Aurelia, before you go inside, though, can you ask
Yeah.
them, do they, I know they have records and stuff. Do they
Mhm.
keep, like, court records or guild records here? Can you just ask them that?
Court or guild records? I mean, I'm sure the guilds also have records. Are you looking for one in particular?
No, I just want to know if they have them here.
You know
Sure.
what? You know what?
Insight check.
You know what I just thought of? Maybe you should ask the person in there. Do they
I have the
have
book.
books about creating those energy cells?
Okay. So
So I rolled
Who are you trying to incite and for what?
I am curious if there is more motive than I just want to know if there happen to be guild records and what sort of emotions might be attached to that.
All right. So, Cole, with a natural 20 on their insight against you.
Yeah.
What you got?
He definitely has a reason for the guild and the court records. Beyond just pure curiosity to see if they have them.
Okay,
it's more of a, it's just more of a,
Let him finish.
it's a, I don't know how to word it.
Personal objective?
Yeah, it's a personal, it seems like a newly acquired personal objective.
Okay.
Like realizing that now he has access to this place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cole feels like a door has opened that he had not previously considered for some of his personal goals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. I'll ask.
All right. Anybody else going in with Aurelia, though?
Diamond.
Okay. So, Aurelia, you push the door open, and there's another hall that seems to be leading down towards the reception desk. Roll me a d6.
Okay.
We'll say.
6.
You walk out to the desk, and looking up to you is the exact gnome who you had confronted earlier.
Spindle Spark.
Yeah, this does not surprise me. They were on the desk before. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, hi. You're back. Did you
Yes.
find what you needed?
Yeah, I think so. I just wanted to return to see if you said it would take a little while for my request to go through.
Right. Yeah. No, it's right here. And she pulls out a little bound parcel.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that'll be 3 silver.
3 silver. Okay. I do have 3 silver. I pull out my very light purse now. Hand the 3 silver. Thank you.
There you go. Yes. Was that everything, or is there anything else we can do for you?
Yes, I had was wondering if you kept court records or guild records here at all.
There's very few of those. Those are mostly handled in house.
Yep.
By the courts and the guilds respectively.
Mm-hmm.
Once in a while someone will come up and need a copy made or something like that, but I don't think we keep them on file. We usually just get those printed and handed back.
Okay. Yeah, specially printed. The same way mine did. If I were looking for a specific record, how much would that cost?
Like you're looking for, wait,
I don't. If someone needed to have a specific record printed,
copied.
Yes.
So this is something that you I mean, how big and long is it?
I don't know. But if someone knew a record they were looking for, could it get printed, or do we have to bring in the original?
I mean, most of the times you bring in the original. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what the courts and the guilds do most of the time. They'll come with like a brief or something like that, and yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That answers.
Yeah. And it really just pricing depends on how long it is and how many copies you need and how fast you want it and that sort of thing most of the time.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. Thank you.
Is that all the okay? Yep. Well, I'm glad you had it. Did everybody else get out too?
Yes.
Or is it
they're just waiting outside.
Okay. That's
it's nice out.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Is that not usual?
I wouldn't necessarily want to say one way or the other.
Okay. Have you had any other groups come through like us?
Like you how?
Large groups of people.
Like just like groups of friends that are just looking around for things they need.
Yeah.
I mean, once in a while.
Recently.
You're a larger group than normal. I can say that.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would say statistically, the larger the group, the less likely everybody comes out.
That makes sense. All right. Thank you. It was very helpful.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you. Head back out.
Got your book?
Yes. Yes, I open it right there.
It's probably about 4 or 5 chapters, and yeah, it seems to be like a kid's story book.
Okay.
Regarding and with a little bit of social commentary in it.
You got exactly what you paid for.
Yep, pretty much.
And she just pours over that for what we have to go find the boat, right?
Did you ask about the court documents or the book about making power cells?
I forgot about the power cells. If you want, I can go back in there.
I'll go in. I walk through the door.
That's a bad idea.
So you walk through the door. First thing you do is bang your now 12 inches taller head on the frame.
Crouch.
Yep, managed to get your way in there though. Hello, what can I do for you today?
Hi, yeah. And I sort of crouching in front of the desk. I'm wondering if you can see if you have any instruction manuals or information manuals on creating power cells for this kind of armor.
Shouldn't you be putting a request through on that?
Who would I ask that of?
Isn't that part of your training?
No. I'll make a deception check for that. 16 on that.
Well, you're gonna have to go down to maintenance for that request.
Thank you. Which floor is that on again?
1.
Wait, who are you?
Brand new.
No, you're not.
I'm just gonna go. Turn, walk out.
Are you okay? Clink.
Once back outside. So apparently you can put in maintenance requests for power cells.
Which means that you're not going to be able to do that.
I'm sure I can get around it.
How many times are you going to push your luck before someone kills you?
Until someone kills me.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. That's luck right there. Luck. Sheer luck. Cole.
One might say the devil's own luck.
They don't have guild or court records here. That would be the guild or court the court in question.
That makes sense.
You can make copies here though.
Okay.
Let's get out of here now, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So where are you guys headed? Back to the Wave Crest?
Yep.
While we are on our way back, I'm going to start reading, or I'm going to look in the book that we just stole, see what it's about, why they wanted us to steal it.
Oh, you're looking in Breezes in the River?
Yeah.
It's a novel.
Oh, okay.
About a individual who lives, grows up, has relationships, and eventually dies in a tragic shipping accident.
Can I take a look at that?
Sure. It's just another storybook.
So Can I see if there happens to be any like coded meaning, or it seems like it might be used?
Give me an investigation check.
For like a code decoding book.
Yep, give me an investigation check.
Cool. Because I have something similar. 21.
21. As you're flipping through it, you notice that occasionally there are very small perforations in the text, anywhere from 1 to 3 almost pinpricks through the page under a particular letter or a particular word, just scattered very infrequently through. It does seem to be some level of coded something in it, but it would take you a while and you would not be...
I don't need to know what it is. I'll just give it back to Cole. It's just some code or another.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, you're giving this to an informant.
Yes. Like as not, it's probably something that'll let him get the leg up on his competition.
Yeah.
Or something he can sell.
I mean, with enough time, I could probably figure out what it is, but I don't really think it's worth it to us. And usually integrity is an important part of these kinds of businesses.
Generally.
Which is about the time that you guys arrive back at the docks, where the ogre, Dockmaster, sees you coming down. Oh, welcome back. So, did you find everything you needed there, then?
Just about.
You've got a guest waiting for you.
A guest?
A visitor, somebody else logged in, and she's waiting down there.
When did she get here?
Oh, I'd say probably half hour after you docked.
What's she look like?
About your size.
Right. Okay. That answers several questions. All right. I'll head down towards the boat.
I will step onto the boat.
That's what it does.
Does it sink?
Sorry.
As you guys arrive at the boat, there is a cloaked and hooded, probably dwarvish figure.
Aaron had a thing, presumably on the way towards the boat.
Before we get there, I was going to ask Woden, something you need privacy for, or should we all come along?
Probably not. It'll be fine.
Yep.
Who's waiting there? They don't show their face, but Wotan, you obviously recognize the voice. Hello, love. But saw the Wavecrest docked here, and I figured I'd stop in because things have gotten. Well, we've got some problems.
What's happened?
I've got 2 days before I have to do a job, and it's not a good one.
What's the job?
I'm supposed to sabotage the locks on the South Branch.
Gotta be fucking shitting me.
Just
really? The fuck's he want this lock sabotaged for?
Well, he wants to destroy both of them completely. Just let it all out.
Fucking why?
And that's where we're going to take a break.
Cool. Be back in a few minutes.
We'll be silent with this solid God song in our ears, and we stand tall, sons of the snow. We will not fall under these blows, for our hearts they are hardy, our spirits are strong, and our voices are lifted into this solid God song. Solid God song. Solid God song. the sky. I'm moving in the midst of the clouds drifting by. At the top of the world on a white doomful day, man of wisdom will show me the way. And we stand tall, sons of the snow, we will not fall under these blows, for our hearts they are hardy, our spirits are strong, and our voices are lifted into this sovereign God song. This sovereign God song. Sovereign God song. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him. Back in the day we used to sit spellbound, get every kid in the neighborhood around. We had the one Super Nintendo on the block. We used to laugh at our parents getting shocked. Now that we're older, we're less mature. Fatalities will never lose their allure. Call up your friends and tell them be here by 9. They're gonna watch Sub-Zero rip out your spine. Finish him. The looks of horror and the shouts of delight. We all suck and button bash when we fight. Everyone cringes when I pick Kung Lao. They all stop eating cause they know what's coming now. Slice you apart and you squeal like Liu Kang. Like Johnny Cage just punched you in the wang. The guys cry and the ladies scream. Kung Lao and I make a pretty good team. So get over here, grab yourself a beer. It's a Mortal Kombat party. Take a trip with you back to 92. It's a Mortal Kombat party. So get over here, grab yourself a beer. It's a Mortal Kombat party. Take a trip with you back to 92. It's a Mortal Kombat party. So get over here, grab yourself a beer. It's a Mortal Kombat party. Take a trip with you back to 92. It's a Mortal Kombat party.
So, you're all in the docks. Hedon is experimenting a little bit.
That's a word for it.
Mm-hmm. And Wotan is talking to, sounds like another dwarf. Who has just referenced that somebody wants to destroy both of the locks on the south branch.
Do
But
I maybe know what that means or no?
why?
Go ahead and just give me a history check.
Yeah, can I do that as well? Like what the impact of what this might do?
Sure.
8.
It sounds like a bad thing.
Bad at history.
Could Diamond also do that?
Yep.
I mean, while they're thinking about it, Wotan's probably going to be extrapolating on that because
Wotan, you can make this an advantage.
I believe that I can. I believe that I don't need to make the roll to know this, but 22, as he's saying, but fucking destroying the locks and end up flooding at least the couple of areas immediately past them. What the hell does he want with that?
Well, so he's wanting to destroy Knives Font.
Oh. Who's he, by the way? Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Fucking the man we're getting information on, the warder captain of what the hell is it? Fell Heights.
Okay, so what's stopping I'm new to this. What's standing in our way of just taking him down or telling him no?
He's the warder captain of Fell Heights.
Yeah,
You're going to need to be more specific about what's stopping you. Because
the entire the entire warder population of Fell Heights.
Okay.
I mean, Zoe, even in your that would be a very tall order.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's tricky. But the good news is Knives Font is full of the exact kind of people that could do something about that. And most of them have a strong incentive to keep Knives Font not underwater.
I cast Detect Thoughts real quick. I want to check and make sure this is who she says she is, because I know that people can change their appearance.
Not a job I can do, but it's definitely something you can get done with the right incentives. And
Wotan, I just had an idea.
Let me guess, it involves your power armor.
No, it doesn't. We can pit one of our problems against another one of our problems.
Go on.
Well, considering that the were-rats that own our building also own a lot of Knives Font, it would be in their incentive to deal with a guard captain that wants to destroy Knives Font.
That's a fair point.
The rats are definitely an option.
That's definitely at least one point. But you came to us specifically, Thalia.
Well,
what do you have in mind?
Because you're the only... Well, I was actually... just saw the Wave Crest docked here, so I thought I'd stop in and see what I haven't heard from you in, like, a fucking week. And time is... Anyway. I know there's going to be collateral damage, but, the main lock, the one coming down from Stormways, will be your initial outwash, but you know how the river takes the bend there, just
yeah,
literally right where Knives Font.
Can we get the map up again?
Yeah.
Just so I can visualize. Fuck. Yeah, that'll flood down straight into Knives Font and Song Sorrows.
But most of most of Stormway's water is going to go straight down the channel. You'll get a good bit of overflow, but it's not going to really break the banks until it hits
the bend.
And then it's most of the district.
Knives font underwater. The fuck's he get out of that?
I don't know. The death of where most of the crime comes from.
I can't imagine he thinks he's going to look like a fucking hero doing that.
Oh, you think... I've no delusions that I'm surviving this one.
Oh, you're surviving this one. Because we're going to stop this from happening. And we're going to have to fucking kill this man now. We don't have time to fuck around anymore. He's about to try and take out an entire district. I think that's cause enough to move now.
How many other people may he have hired for this?
You're the best there is at making these kinds of plans, so I'm going to guess it's just you, isn't it?
It's just me.
Are you sure?
I've gotten the orders come in just today, and it's just me. I know he's got a crew that's going to be there to help me, but it's going to be just a big one shot, and then he'll clean it up, make it look like it was some either horrible accident, probably. I'm sure he's gonna pin the blame on the Flood Watch, who's supposed to be maintaining these sort of things in some fashion, but after it's done, nobody's gonna know it was him that did it. I'd be very surprised if he'll come out, nobody's gonna know that it was him, and he'll just be able to use it to his advantage somehow.
Fucking Cledwyn. All right, it's time to pull some strings. Delay as much as you can, love.
I can't.
And when's
You got
this
2 days, right?
2? Yeah.
I have 2 days.
2 days is when the Warder's Ball is, right? Is that true, Jack? Am I getting the times mixed up?
No, you are correct. The Grand Waters Gala is that evening, yes.
Yes. There's
We've got 2 days to shut Cledwyn the fuck up. If I'm not mistaken, the great press job was for information on Cledwyn, right?
Yep, it was.
Let's go turn this job in, get the information that we can get, and see what we can use. I think the where-ats are definitely an option. We might also need to, while we've got our job to find House Yangiri, we might also need to see if we can take up a contract of our own.
I might peel off then and go to Dawn Breeze and reconnect with...
That's going to be expensive, but it's not a bad idea.
Expensive isn't really the problem. We can make deals if we need to.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
do we have any idea how much that would cost? Because I feel like it's a lot.
You aren't usually privy to that, but you guys do have the interesting level of having at least a baseline from which to guesstimate now that you've been given the contract.
Yeah, what was the limit? I remember he gave me a limit that he wasn't willing to go higher than.
You have 2,000 crowns, 2,000 gold to get the House Yangere contract completed. And that is for a ranking, but not really particularly notable tax clerk.
Yeah.
2,000.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah.
I don't know this. What would be the role for keeping your mouth shut about something you shouldn't say? If it's less like, just like not saying something insensitive. Is that like charisma save?
I would say that's probably a charisma save. Yeah.
Okay. I don't point out the thing I think is obvious then.
Cool. All right.
Sorry. I know.
No, it's fine.
There's deals to make. We've got work to do, but for right now, we've got information to get. Do you need to get back to where you came from, or do you want to come along?
At this point, fuck it. I'll come along with you.
Yeah. You want to come see what kind of dirt the elf can find has found on Cledwyn?
Well, at least I know you're making good use of the connections I built for us. Let's go see what he knows.
All right, those of you that are coming with me to go see the elf, get on.
Can you drop me off by Dawn Breeze?
We're in Hallodoors right now.
Yeah.
I can drop you off on the Dawn Breeze side of Stormways.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right.
On the boat.
So, you guys begin making your way back down the river. Is anybody getting dropped off anywhere or taking other transit to get somewhere else before Stormways?
Nope.
Okay. So a few hours passes, you guys get dropped off. Aurelia, you'll be deposited on the far side of the Stormways lock.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
LOCH, that one. The lake, the main lake that's there. And you can make your way to Dawn Breeze from that point.
How much because I would have a general idea, hopefully, of how much it costs to get places.
I assume you're going to the Horse and Harp to.
Yes, I'm going to Horse and Harp, and then I want to go to the edge of Knives Font, bleh, and walk through to get back to our place.
Okay.
Want to go by yourself?
I would love to have company.
I'll go with you.
Thank you.
Okay. So for each of you taking are you taking just a quick cheap cart or?
Yeah, quick cheap.
The cheaper version.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. For that, you're going to be looking at. As I pull up you're going to be looking at probably a silver, honestly.
Silver?
To get to the Horse and Harp.
Cool. Do that.
While they're doing that, you guys take the wave crest back down to the elf. I assume it's Wotan, Thalia, and are you taking a third?
And I was on the boat too.
Well, all of you pretty much are on the boat with the exception
on the boat.
Yeah.
In to talk with the elf.
Right. Okay. Yep.
I'm even more intimidating now.
And won't fit through the door.
As I say, the door's probably too big for the suit.
No, you'd be able to edge your way through the door, but the elf is not letting you in with that armor.
Yeah, actually, I'll bring Cole in because Cole's Cole's our fastest city runner, so this will be relevant information if he needs to start moving quick.
Yeah, the elf will let Cole in.
I stand outside the door, looking imposing.
Right.
I'm so pleased to see that you two have made up. That warms my non-existent heart.
Right. Well, we've finished another one of your jobs for you. Cole, you have the book?
Pull out the wrong one, and then I put that one back in, and then I put the right one and throw that to him.
He'll pick it up, take a look at it, turn a few pages, and hold up a few of them to a hooded lantern, and then nods with a satisfied grunt. Well, so here is what I have managed to discover about the man that you are trying to find information on. He is, of course, the warder's captain for the district of Fell Heights. It's a large man. Shaves his head fairly consistently, so easy to recognize. My informants tell me that he primarily uses a sword and shield in combat, but is fairly adept with various types of weaponry. Has a reputation for being cunning, generally cautious, as men call him the wolf. Whisper tales of his ferocity and viciousness when he is provoked. A reasonably wealthy gentleman. Lives out of a smallish manor house in Fell Heights at the crossing of Netherian Lane and Marblecrest Avenue. There on the corner. He's known for having a borderline fascist view on crime. Very merciless, dedicated to stamping out criminals at any level. These are the basics of what I have discovered. He works very consistently, usually leaving the house on horseback. Always with an escort of usually 5 to 10 of the warders who form his elite squadrons.
Woden is with his journal is taking note of everything at this point, yeah.
Yeah. Rarely takes the same path twice. Difficult to predict where he is to be in terms of his transit, but he works out of the main fortress there for the deployment of the law and the guardsmen there in Fell Heights. It is likely that he will be attending the Grand Warder's Gala. One of those sort of things that is difficult for there to be good excuses for you to avoid attending, especially when you are the captain of the district where it is being held. So,
unfortunately, while that would likely be the best place to catch someone at a place that they're guaranteed to be, that'll be a bit too late at this rate.
Well then, unless you feel up to making a frontal assault on an entire warder fortress, then I would suggest maybe trying to catch him at home.
We know where his house is.
Marble Crest, and what was the other street?
And Netherian Lane.
Marble Crest and Netherian Lane. Cole, you know where that's at?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. I mean, you don't think you've ever literally sat down on that corner, but you're pretty sure you could find it pretty easily.
Yeah, I know those roads. I don't think I've gone past that place, but yeah.
All right. Do we have any actionable intelligence in regards to misconduct, things that could be used held over his head?
As far as that goes, a man of his stature likely knows. I would not be surprised if he has done business with some of the higher ranking criminals, especially those that try to operate within Fell Heights. But at that point, you are reaching the boundaries of my knowledge. I don't have any particular names, although I could come up with a few estimates of who it would be more likely that he knows. But as far as whether or not he has confirmed evidence, I would be very surprised if you could find that.
Well, we need to find something. I know you've professed many a time that you don't really have a heart, my friend, but I feel like even you'll appreciate the business hit that might be coming towards us. The fucking psychopath wants to drown Knives Font.
He looks at Thalia, who for the first time actually drops her scarf that she wears over her face, and you can see the scar is still very fresh on the healing. That's true. 2 days, probably night of, based on what I know, night of the gala. Didn't know they were having a party, but seems exactly the sort of thing the bastard would want to do. He'll be there. The lock fails, and half the Reedy River washes into Knives Font. And for probably the first time, the elf seems a little taken aback. That's brilliant. It's terrifying, but it is brilliant. That is a very intelligent. Well, okay.
So Reinald Cledwin needs to die or be deposed in 2 days.
If he is the one behind it, I think that a knife in his throat is the only way you're going to stop this.
And we need the opportunity. Which means we need an opening. Which means we need allies.
What if he was jailed before? What if he was caught doing something before? Do you think his men would still do it, Talia? Like if he was, if he was blatantly abusing his power.
I'm guessing you're thinking of somehow impersonating the man.
I impersonate the elf. I changed to look like the elf. Yeah.
It's all well and good, but he's not the sort of man that generally has holes in his schedule. He has a way of making sure that he's able to be confirmed to be at places when...
He's got good alibis.
And even that sort of tactic, it's going to take a lot longer than 2 days for it to have any sort of notable effect. We're going to have to kill him.
Well,
we're going to have to murder the bastard.
And I guess it's time we show the wolf what a real pack looks like. I think our landlords are going to want to hear this. And I think they might be able to make the opening we need.
Well, I will see what other information that I can gather. And if I find anything, I will send word to the tavern that you have referenced before.
All right, well. Here we go to save a fucking district. Big damn heroes we are.
All right. Well, I have work to do. Get out.
We'll leave.
Thalia will follow.
What's the plan, guys?
We gotta go have a conversation with our landlords.
Cool.
Oh, that sounds fun.
because the man's got to be assassinated in the next 2 days. That's about the only option we've got.
All right.
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
Thalia, you still want to hang out for a bit, or you need to be dropped off somewhere?
I'll find my own way back. I think there's a few things that I'm going to have to attend to if I'm going to make sure that my own little trip down here isn't viewed with suspicion.
All right. Keep yourself safe, love.
If I don't hear from you within a day, I'm coming down to Nice Front and beating your door down.
Good.
It's a good squadron you have here. I think this is a decent replacement gang.
It's not going to be the old crew. It never will be, but it's something.
Take care, love. She drops a kiss on your forehead.
Nods.
And she'll just wander off into the mist. Vanish after about 50 feet.
All right, let's get back to Nice Font.
Meanwhile, you guys are headed to the Horse and Harp.
Yes.
This is going to be great. I'm very excited.
Oh, he's so loud. Okay.
It's very loud. Just mentally prepare yourself.
Yeah, no.
That.
Yep, I'm doing that already. It's good. Silence.
And the cart drops you guys off right in front of the main pathway, the main footpath leading up to the Horse and Harp Tavern.
All right. Head on in.
It's late afternoon, busy evening, it seems. Push the door open, and there's that blast of odor of alcohol and food and marginally unwashed public figures that have decided that this is where they're going to be having their dinner.
Do I see Torvald?
Not initially.
Okay.
Walk in, and a few heads turn, and the bartender.
This is
wave.
This is important. What form is the mimic in right now?
It's a large lilac bush.
All right.
It's growing right up out of the out of the wooden floor.
Aww.
I love it.
I'm getting fond of it. It's very nice. Important question: have I, in the ride over, would I have gotten my spell slot back or not?
Yeah, no, short rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Enough
Perfect.
time to take
Please. I'm hurt so bad.
Please heal up. I can't help you.
1, 2. Oh, fun. Okay, so 9 is 18.
Mhm.
Plus 7 is 25.
All right.
Feel better.
Go up to the bartender. Is Torvald in?
for you?
Is Torvald in?
Oh, aye. Should I send the maid up to get him out of his room?
Yes, please.
Okay. And what to drink in the meantime?
You
You know you're gonna need it.
Yes, thank you. I'll get a dream
Okay.
wine.
I'll have a gin tonic, please.
All right. Both of you make Constitution saves.
Okay. 7.
20.
Doing my great.
Diamond, you take a drink and you're fine. You're fine. Aurelia, you've had a day
Yeah.
and you just fucking pound that thing and you are.
I don't think you're supposed to shoot wine, Aurelia.
Nope. It's good. I've lost some blood. It's great. I'm fine. I feel fine. This is
Good evening, ladies. How are you?
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
should have taken that slowly because remember,
Yeah, no, don't have a hangover yet.
Delighted to see both of you. So, what brings you? Oh, yes. There's news. If you'll step out this way, actually, Chiswick is taking a bit of a. Well, I think he's out back, but he should be joining us shortly. But I think we'll rather discuss this in a slightly quieter environment.
Yes, sure. Quiet.
I don't think a quieter environment exists with Torvald around.
No.
Diamond helps Aurelia.
Yeah. Thanks. Head, follow him.
All right. His rooms are actually kind of nice, and there's like an actual like little sitting area that's separate from the sleeping quarters. And so he ushers you in and makes sure that everybody has a chair, and then Chiswick, where are you bastard? He'll be along shortly, I'm sure. Can I offer you anything to eat? I do believe I have some cold cheeses here that would go well with. I'm sure I've still got a bottle of something.
Sure.
That,
Food would be great.
Excellent.
What was the news?
Oh, yes. Well, Chiswick should be along shortly, and he'll be able to tell you. I did a bit of reconnoitering myself and was able to determine that, yes, Master Cledwin, Captain Cledwin, definitely is present in Fell Heights on a very regular basis. You can find him frequently working out of his office, I presume, but that tends to be difficult to get an appointment for. Although I did speak to him once. He's rather a bastard. I was able to get an appointment and put up a rather fictitious complaint, but sometimes one can take advantage of one's noble standing to speak to people. I put on myself a quite affronted air about the pickpockets that had relieved me of some of my currency while I was walking back and forth amongst admiring some of the monuments that they have up there in Fell Heights to, all of the famous people that are dead now.
Yes. Got that.
At which point you notice that there's a fourth figure now standing quietly in the room. You didn't even hear the door open.
He's good.
He's brushing off his waistcoat. Good evening.
Hello.
He speaks.
Yes, Chiswick, tell them all the things you heard about that Reinald asshole that we've been shadowing up in Fell Heights. It's been very bracing, very, very entertaining. Yes, I'll grab some more. Well, actually, Chiswick, this is what I pay you for. Get me some, and there's just a little small cheese platter already cut and served already, right? And yes, thank you, good sir.
Only quiet when eating.
But he eats like coal.
Yes. Master Torvald informed me about your preferences regarding the information that needed to be gathered.
Yes.
Captain Cledwin. So I attended to that to the best of my abilities between my other duties. So any questions that you have, I'll do my best to answer, assuming that I was able to learn such things.
Mostly, we were wondering about what any patterns he might have, any place where his house is, first of all, if he has patterns coming and going, anytime when he is surrounded by fewer people.
We can't hear you, Jack.
Well, the only times I can determine that he might be considered to be isolated would be within the walls of his own home, which is a very, very well fortified manor near Nethirin and Marblecrest. But the housing staff is fairly impenetrable. I was able to make a single contact with one of the housemaids there, a woman by the name of Gisela, and she is one of the laundry maids. But the rest of them are apparently fairly loyal, or otherwise non-communicative regarding any of the interior operations. But Gazela was able to inform me that he does have periods of solitude, generally either in his study or, of course, in his bedroom. And once in a while will entertain ladies who are allowed to attend him on a rather intimate basis.
Only ladies?
Yes, he does seem to have a rather isolated palate for that sort of thing.
And the guard situation around the house as a warder, I'm sure there is a contingent.
He's managed to cultivate a minor cult of personality around himself amongst the warders of Fell Heights. It's considered rather an honor, feather in one's cap, as it were, to be able to be listed as on duty protecting the captain's domicile. So usually anywhere from 10 to 12.
10 to 12.
For stationage. And then when he departs, probably 6 to 10 of them will leave with the others left behind to observe and maintain the security of the manor.
All right.
Do you know if he's making any preparations for the gala in 2 days?
Yes, actually. As a matter of fact, I was able to speak with Zella on one other occasion and determine that he was having specifics in terms of wardrobe for the evening provided.
Has that already happened?
Yes, she was being worked rather hard, unfortunately, poor lass. So she had quite a time with the clothing situation there, but he will be attending a rather formal event, of course, in full dress, and the guard will be following him. One or two of his lieutenants will be his attendants at the event itself. If I may, I understand that this is well above my personal experiences, but I would definitely recommend not attempting to neutralize your target at a fancy social engagement where the majority of, yes, I would say either before or after.
Mm-hmm.
How, when he's visited by these women, how much room does his honor guard give him when that is happening?
Well, they're usually, from what I was able to observe, at least, generally the majority of the guardsmen of the manor who are assigned will remain on the first floor, but there are always at least a few on the second and third in order to keep an eye out, that sort of thing. His rooms are to the west end of the manor on the second floor.
I think regardless of everything, we have to hit him when he's at home.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There has to be a way to separate his, or at least get his honor guard away from the top floor.
One thing that might be notable would be that he does possess one of the venerated Stormsteel weapons, a longsword of quite a ferocious aspect.
I know about them. They're very cool. I like them a lot.
I believe it would be quite a deadly implement in this man's hands, so do be careful.
Does it stay on his person most times, I imagine? Does he leave it at the door when he comes when he goes home?
As guard captain, he is, of course, exempt from the general disarming procedures that are considered socially appropriate in most stations and situations across the city. So yes, he will almost assuredly be carrying that with him at all times.
Yes. There's some possibilities there.
How take perfect, excellent, wonderful. Turn him on his side.
God.
Torvald has fallen asleep in an armchair.
Yeah.
Adorable.
And don't turn him on his side. That would involve tipping him over.
And another thing. Do the guards have a rotation? Are they pretty concise in not leaving any holes, or is there?
Oh, extremely, yes. No, I observed over the period of a few days the general deployment, and it seems to be a number of fail-safes and redundancies are incorporated at all times. The man is not shy on tactical acumen, if I may say.
So they rotate, probably. So they couldn't do.
He's on a routine, doesn't really deviate from that except for the ladies of the night.
Well, as far as routines go, he deviates quite a bit in order to, I assume, avoid predictability in terms of his transit to and from locations. He rarely uses the same route more than once.
Is that determined ahead of time at all?
It seems to be determined ahead of time in his own mind.
All right, that's it'd be difficult, but I think can maybe.
Yes, but unfortunately, it seems unless one could manage to intrude oneself without observation into his inner chambers, it's going to be quite difficult to find him at a position of disadvantage.
Oh, so catch him in an alleyway.
How do you get someone to go down an alleyway? That'd be stupid.
No, maybe not an alleyway. Maybe just know just before which route he takes.
Someone would have to talk to him to get that information. I don't know if there's anything else. Thank you so much, Chiswick. That was very helpful.
Of course.
Extremely.
I don't mean to be inhospitable, but I believe my masters need some attending to. So
Yes.
if there's anything else, please don't hesitate to call on us.
Nope.
Nope.
Very good, then. It was a pleasure.
Bad at names.
Chiswick.
Chiswick. I said Cheswick like a scrub.
He doesn't even blink an eye. Just gives a smile, nod.
Cheswick is his younger brother.
No, Diamond's gonna be like fretting about it. Like, I can't believe I said the wrong name.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And we'll escort you guys out and insist on paying for your transit back to
Oh no.
Hogshead House.
No, goodness no.
We're just going to the edge of Knives Hunt anyway. It's fine.
Oh, I understand, but the carriage is already here. And it is.
Jesus.
How did
you get?
Chiswick's just that good.
And he you see him pay the coachman out of a purse that you've definitely seen Torvald wearing before. And he just stands there and gives you a little bow and watches as you go. And doesn't seem to have moved until you turn the corner.
Torvald, formerly Special Agent Chiswick, formerly Special Agent Chiswick.
Diamond's gonna say, Chiswick, can you please let Torvald know that he was of the utmost help, and we look forward to talking to him again.
I'll make sure to pass your sentiments along them.
This is Chiswick, secret member of the Butler family.
Already talked about this, and yes.
Domovoy Butler.
All right. So, as everybody returns to the Hawkshead House after a day in the Great Press and with a little more information as to what's going on in the city,
And a power suit.
and a suit of power armor, we will draw to a close, and we'll see you guys all next week.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.